Welcome to SM Disc Golf Productions coverage of Oslo Open 2017. We're here at the front nine of the final round of this national tour in Norway. My name is Jonidar and I will guide you through what I have a good feeling will be some of the best disc golf seen in Norway all year. We're here at lovely Stovner Disc Golf Park, which has a special tournament layout. And we have some of the best in Norway playing on this lead card. We got the young gun Peter Lunde from Skien, Kasper Skovly from Hamar, André Johnsen from Skien, Espen Møkkelgjerd, the homeboy, and Ståle Hakstad from Kristiansund. We're starting off quite rough here on hole 1, 226 meter OB on the pathway and on the marked OB area in the middle here. And then there is a very tricky basket placement as well, just to make everything a little bit more interesting. Stovner is known for its windy course, so that's going to play a factor here as well. As we see, the leader steps out on the tee pad, Ståle Hakstad. Looks like he's going to show you the safe route to go. Forehand here, just getting it out in the open, playing it for par. And this can, as you will see, be quite tricky. As Peter Lunde, which have plenty of distance, going with the back of hyzer over the OB, fades in again, and yeah, that's pretty much a sweet spot for a long hyzer approach. Kasper try to follow up that one up and turns a little bit over, and that's heading straight towards the OB and never comes back. And unfortunately gonna have to get a penalty here on the first hole of the final round. Local boy Espen Møkkelgjerd, the previous European champion, multi-time Norwegian champion, and all over big influence to the game. Had no problem with that one. This looks a little bit tricky from André. Needs to check up. Yeah, very active green flag there from the spotter. And it's going to be relieved with that. Pretty much perfect for a spike hyzer approach for Ståle on his third play there. Nothing too fancy from Ståle, and he's going to go for his par. Kasper don't want to do the same thing. Tried to go for the green, but comes up just a little bit short. But this is a long hole, even with the wind in your favor. And André goes up, over, and hyzer in. That is money. Great shot by André with his signature destroyer. And you can hear me laughing, as there is only one disc like that in the world, and that's André's. 15 meters putt, depth putt for Espen is waiting. As we have Peter clipping one of the last trees there, and gonna have to get up and down for a par. Oh, almost a little bit too long from Ståle, but keeps it in, and got a putt from 45 meters. Something worth noticing here: there are 4 sponsored players on this feature card. That's everyone except from Ståle, for some reason, I don't know. But everyone is on Team Innova, so Team Innova is clearly leading the charge here in the top scene of Norwegian disc golf. Ståle, straight in the heart, and we saw just before this Espen with a ridiculously good long putt from about 50 meters. Center chains. Nice birdie from André. Routine tap in for the rest of the guys here. And Peter Lunde with his par as well. So this is one of the hardest holes on the course, so seeing Espen going for this one this early in the final round It's a statement. He is not here to play. He is here to make a charge. As you can see, Ståle is leading with a -9, so there is some ground to be made, but a lot can happen in 17 holes. This is hole 2, 109 meters. You're gonna see the guys go a big hyzer up to the right here and fade in. There's a small gap. Hopefully get the magic disc coming out right about here and be a green hit. And I'm excited to see Espen go here. He has had this hole on a lockdown. 3 out of 3 possible birdies here throughout the Oslo Open. And look, yeah, we didn't see it coming out, but get some applause from the crowd there, and most likely is on the green. A little wide from André, but it comes in. I think it was a little bit too long, but green hit I expect from him as well. As we see Ståle, the leader of the tournament. Yeah, he creates a disc magic coming out there, bullseye hit, 3 meters, no problem. Beautiful to see, and this is one of the old classical holes here on Stoner. That's been around for a very long time. You can see some footage from the 90s where there is almost no trees, but at this point, the big hyzer is the best place if you have the arm for it. You can also go down the tunnel corridor down to the left there, but that's a much more risky shot. Yeah, Peter a little bit long. Center chain, no problem. The NT winner of National Tour winner of 2016. Yeah, we didn't see the putt there, but looking from the expression of André, he was not happy about it. And Espen makes it. Yeah, 4 out of 4 birdies on hole 2 here. Very strong showing from the veteran. He's actually the club leader of Stovner, one of the 3 clubs that runs Oslo Open, and has been in the game for the last 20 years at least. Always on the top. Ståle cleans out his magic birdie, and I gotta say, this is a strong start from the lead card here on what is a challenging course, and also challenging environment with all the wind. So good start. And you can see it's Peter which are trying to gain some ground, but there is not a whole lot to gain. It's trailing with 4 throws on Ståle. Hole 3, par 3, 89 meters. It's left of the power lines here, and you gotta really control your distance and your angles here, because this is a very fast green. So if you go with, let's say, a fairway driver, you're gonna have a risk of a big skip. So you're gonna see them line up a mid-range like Espen is doing here with his Guru Thor. Yeah, a little bit short. Will be about 12 meters from the basket. And Ståle stalling out. A little bit short. Gonna have a tester for and this looks money. Yeah, very nice drive by Peter. Very good speed control. Ooh, a little bit low release. That's gonna be a little bit cut roller in the worst case into this small little forest there to the left. And this is a fairway driver from André. Looking to have a nice flex, but it doesn't give it enough angle, and even though it's a headwind, it's a little bit tricky with this green and going fairway driver. Yeah, decent up from Kasper. Nothing more you can do there. Looks like the wind has died down for the guys here. Yet another outside the circle putt from Espen, making 2 out of 3 so far. Great start from the veteran. Ooh, a little bit of an air ball from André. You can see here, it's a little bit of a treacherous green. It's now outside the circle, putting inside the circle. It's gonna have a 3 putt for his double bogey. Yeah, not what you want. That's what you want. Peter showing the guys how it's done. Strong hyzer putt in the chains in the middle. Very characteristic putting style from Peter, but it works. It works very well. Like I said, he won the national tour here in Norway in 2016, and that was his first year in Open. So that just goes to show some of the talent of this 18-year-old guy from Skien. As we see Espen fist pumping his way to a very solid birdie. 3 out of 3 so far. So as you can see, trying to trail Ståle ahead. Hole 4, par 3, 80 meters. Basket is yet again on a very treacherous slope. So if you go past the basket here, you're putting up about 10 meters. So you're gonna see some mid-range straight shots, perhaps some forehands to the left of the threes here. Whatever you do, don't go far. Don't go too far, gotta say. Yeah, a little bit short from Espen. We're gonna have to expect a layup from there. Turnover shot, big floaty putter from Peter. Works out quite nice. It's gonna have a little bit of tricky stance, but shouldn't be too bad. And Ståle got a very solid forehand. Ooh, actually goes the straight route there. Oh, and has got a sit. Looks like it did. It's showing some of the risks of this hole. Yeah, a little short from Kasper. He's one of the furthest throwing forehand players in Norway, so it's not the distance that's the problem. This looks like a turnover beauty from yeah, that went past. If you have a look for a putt, I'll be impressed. And 2 layups. Yeah, there's no putt there. She's gonna try to get up, nose up. Oh, and make it. Yeah, I didn't expect that to happen. Great recovery from André there. Yeah, he know what he just did. Nice to bounce back after struggles on the last hole. This needs to sit. Yeah, here we go. Hit a root. It look like. That is a great break from Ståle, who has the chance to save his par, contrary to trying to save his bogey, which would have been the recipe if he was all the way down there. Great break from the leader here. Strong putt once again from Peter from a tricky lie. And that's the smile. Smile you like to see in the fist bumps. Cleanups from Kasper and Espen. And hole 4 is done with, as we see the great. I gotta call this a bonus birdie because I did not expect that to end up anything else than a par or a bogey. So nicely done by André. We see Peter is closing in on the Ståle, and we're on hole 5, par 5, 268 meters OB on the pathway on the road on this marked island here, and all the way up on the left hand side here of this pole's elevated basket as well. This is this is a tricky tricky hole. It's actually a special layout now for this tournament with 2 holes combined. If you do have the distance that Peter got there with the 130 meter dead straight throw, that's the play. The other alternative is going a little bit right and fade down towards the OB on the left. And you're gonna have a tricky stance almost wherever you're ending up, so you're gonna be driving uphill. And Espen, a little bit high. Hits those trees and fades down. That's not too bad. Let's see what Ståle can do. Oh, that's a little bit of a grip block right there. And luckily he doesn't bounce OB, but this looks, yeah, another safe one. So even though those trees are not really in play here, they are in play, as you can see, and there's a lot of wind. So he stole a very nice drive. From there he's going to have a long high zero around the trees towards the basket. And this needs to get in, and it does. Very nice. Still got about 90 meter from there, but shouldn't be too much of a problem for someone of André's caliber. Oh yeah, we're talking about the tricky stance. This is heading straight to OB, and he is actually saved by a 3 there. That's a good and bad break. Big sky hyzer, which goes OB in the headwind here. It's a really rough break from for Kasper, who was actually OB right the previous round, so it could be a little bit of a trick of mine there. Ståle demonstrating the hyzer approach, hang it over the OB, feel the pulse increase, and then just see it hit in bounce and feel the pulse normalize after that. This looks good from André. Oh, bullseye hit. And this is really what you want to do. You want to be as close to the pin as possible. Elevated basket. You can see the wind there on the flag is picking up. So anything outside the bullseye is going to be a challenge for even these guys at this point. Kasper wants to compensate by just trying to throw it straight in. Great forehand play from the young guy from Hamar. Oh yeah. Peter just wants that one to sit down. You can see here on the flag, it's really moving. Good putt by Espen there, keeping his cool. Yeah, from 3 meters, 3.5 meters, Kasper dead center as well for Peter. And a solid drop in birdie for André and or for Ståle. So we see Espen once again. And 3 birdies and 2 pars is the recipe after that hole, and Peter is still gaining on Ståle for the lead here as we go into hole 6, 129 meters. OB left, OB right. You gotta keep this disc as straight on the OB line to the right there as possible and let it naturally fade down towards the basket. It's very easy to go and hyzer at early or hyzer OB on the pathway. This looks like a beauty from Peter. Yeah, that's almost a bullseye hit. Great drive. Textbook. André wants to follow that with a hyzer flip. Get a nice S-curve, but a little bit shorter, looks like. Yeah, get some ground play, but quite a bit short there from André. Looks promising as well. Coming in a little bit hot. Stopped by the birch there in the back, and that's in play well inside the green. And here's Ståle. This is gonna go out a little bit early. Needs to sit down before the OB. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem to get up and down for a par there. Kasper with the T-Bird 3, not happy about that, giving it too much air, and that's just gonna die down approximately on the same place as Ståle. Not really giving any chances for any birdies at that place. You can see the birch there is hanging quite low, so doing the only thing possible, just laying it up there. As we see, André once again airballs putt from 12 meters. While both Espen and Kasper will get their birdies. Yeah, that's another 3 putt from André. It's not gonna be too happy about that. So, and ending up with a bogey. Not really what he was looking for there. As we see, Peter now have gained on the lead of Ståle and is now tied. He's really on fire here on the front 9 of the last round of Oslo Open 2017. And tying up, and Espen as well gaining on Ståle. Hole 7, par 3, 96 meters, OB on a pathway to the right and on the lines on the left and in the back. We're gonna see a turnover here, most likely with a mid-range from this guy, maybe a fairway drive depending on the wind. Just gonna make sure you keep it in bounds, keep it long enough. You can do a forehand as well, but you're playing down towards the OB, so it's always gonna be a riskier shot. So I think this hole really plays up as a great Anheuser hole, as we see. Espen just keeping a little bit short there with his Guru Thor. Very good drive on the circle's edge there for Ståle, which actually do the more of the direct line. This needs to sit down. It keeps inbounds. More often than not, you will see that one heading straight at the OB and actually down on the fairway of the next hole. So a little bit of a lucky break there for Kasper. As André is using the whole fairway. Let's see if Kasper can give this a run. Kasper came up with Peter from junior to open last year. Teammates and practice buddies. And is one of the smoothest forms in Norway in his driving. But coming up a little bit short here on his putting. Yeah, almost no risk there to try to go for it. You can hit the band and you can hit the cage, and that's when you're gonna be in trouble. So either hit well or miss well. That's the best there on this hole. If you hit the cage or band and it stands up, it is gonna roll OB. There's no question about it. Headwind putt for Espen, and he doesn't count for that in his height, so ends up a little bit low. No risk uphill putt from Ståle. Send it chains, very nice. Making sure they haven't forgotten who were in lead when they started this round. Carding the only birdie. As we see the guys clean up here for their pars. Gotta say I'm a little bit surprised we didn't see more birdies here, but par is nothing to be ashamed of either, especially not in this headwind. And we're heading out to hole 8, 666. It's a par 4, 203 meters. Triple Mando between his pillars under the bridge, and then it's OB on the pathway to the left and to the right. Just on top of that, there is also an island green, so this is two ways to play it. Going through the pillars, through the Mandos, you can either go a roller, forehand, or a straight shot. And from there, you gotta decide, you're gonna go for the par or you're gonna go for the birdie. If you're gonna go to the birdie, you're gonna lay up a little bit further from where you most likely are going to land, and if you're going for the birdie, you're going to have to do a smash of a second drive. As we see, Ståle doesn't give it enough angle for a roller. They also got a tailwind, so that doesn't help either. This has enough angle, but does it have... yeah. It's too wide. Never give it a shot. Espen is going with the roller. He doesn't play safe, but he misses the Mando, and he's gonna have a long second drive if he's gonna go for it. And he, like I said, he's an aggressive player, so I got a feeling he's gonna go for it. He's right here. If he doesn't go OB, great drive by Kasper. That is as good as you can get a sweet spot. Let's see what André is going to do. He's going to follow their rollers from the rest of the group. Oh, he's going with what in my book is much prettier shot, and this is great distance as well. They're going with a straight shot, just baby flex line through the Mandos. Ooh, get ready for a smash, guys. Boom! That is... looks to be a little bit too much left and too high, and it is. And he finds OB. That's a good 130, 140 meter drive from this drop zone. And Espen as well, showing he can hang with the young guns. Look at this. Wow. I mean, picture can't it doesn't really do it justice, the quality of that shot. Espen had to DNF because of his back in the last 3 Norwegian Tour in 2016 and the Norwegian Championships. Had an operation this winter and comes back and delivers quality like that. And I gotta say, color me impressed. And with the best drive, but not the best upshot. Kasper finds the OB and got a re-throw. And stays in bounds on the island green. Too bad, really. No doubt he had the drive of the group, but that doesn't really help if you can't get it up and down for your opportunities. Good approach there by Peter. And Ståle have shown you the safe way to play this hole. Through the Mando, forehand, and then just a quick and simple approach, and it's going to be up there in the bullseye for his par. Great save by Kasper. It's not an easy putt there. Headwind putt straight towards OB. So well played. Good showing of mental strength there. And Espen saves his par in what I can only describe as a fantastic way. And this is by far the hardest hole on the course. We saw 9 scorecards carding a double-digit score on this hole, so this is truly a separator. As we see, André wants to stick out and show people what he got. He's carding the lone birdie here on the treacherous 666. And with that, Peter has lost a little bit of the momentum he's gained, but there are still plenty of holes to go. As we get in from the hardest to the easiest hole on the course, this is hole 9. Par 3, 75 meters. It's about 10 meter elevation, so plays closer to 90-100 meters. You're gonna keep it straight in the gap you see from the tee. If you have a long forehand, that's also an option. So, but you're gonna see these guys go with mid-range or maybe a fairway driver, trying to hit that gap, just like André did. Went a little bit long, but got a pretty decent look for the basket there, I would say. And this needs to, yeah, fades out just before that big bush there. If you end up in that bush, you're gonna have to be very creative to get around it. Let's just put it like that. It's a rough one, and we see Espen going a little bit too far right, hitting trees. You want to basically just stay away from those trees on the right. There are plenty of room on the left, but this looks good. Yeah, hits a tree, fades off, 4-meter putt. Nicely done by Kasper there after a bogey on the last hole. He's gonna have a clear view for his birdie. Oh, and that is not a very pleasant place to be for Petter. Let's see if we can do something about it. Yeah, it's a long look for Espen. You want to give it a chance, so it looks like you have some sort of hole here, but yeah, not a very big one. It looks like. And once again, this is the 3rd time in this front 9 that we have seen André just. Sorry, that's the 4th time we have seen André totally miss the basket inside the circle. Surprising. Ståle capitalizing with a putt so good we get to see it 2 times. And a good way to close out the front 9. Espen, set that as well. And a nice birdie from Kasper, making up for his bogey on the last hole. As we see Peter and eventually André clean up their hole 9. Just gotta give you a quick nudge to SM Disc Golf. Make sure you check them out on Patreon to get the pre-tournament coverage, and of course support some of the best coverage in disc golf worldwide. Find it right here on SM Disc Golf. So we see Ståle nailing that one. No problem. And with that, he closes out strong on his front 9. -12. We got a 4-shot lead on Peter Lunde, 5-shot lead on Espen, and I got a feeling we're gonna have a very exciting back 9 coming up for you pretty soon. Just want to give a quick shout out to Good Disc Golf for help support SM Disc Golf's coverage of Oslo Open 2017. My name is Joninar, and I will see you quite soon for the back 9 of Oslo Open 2017.